Hi Ethan, hi Ari, hi Joel. As you can probably tell, I am not one of your brothers, but I've been invited by Ethan, one of your brothers. So today, for this special guest episode, I figured I should present my most classic self and tell you about the monkeys that I have been seeing over the past 5 months. So for the first stop, Taiwan. In Taiwan, there's only one monkey species since it's a little island, the Formosan macaque. I was once misinformed to believe that the Formosan macaque's name was really special as it kind of solidified Taiwan's existence in China, because Taiwan used to be called the Republic of Formosa back in 1895 for its brief spout of independence. And it's really important because species names are preserved. So I had thought that the Formosan macaque was a species name and that China had to acknowledge the Formosan macaque in existence, but that's a complete lie because the Formosan macaque is not the species name of this monkey. It's a colloquial name. The actual scientific name of this species is Macaca cyclopis. Not cyclops, cyclopis. Next, I went to India. In India, there's a vast array of monkeys with some general categories. There's a lot of debate over if each monkey should be separated into their own species or be in a larger monkey group with subspecies. Species differences, as I've come to learn throughout India, are not so black and white as the horse, donkey, mule example. So species differentiation is more important when it comes to increasing research precision, knowing which species we're talking about, which animals, and behavioral research, conservation strategies, and probably most importantly, when we're allocating endangered status. So for example, if we have a big population of one monkey, and there's 100 of them, we might say, they're not endangered, there's 100, that's good. But if we realize there's a subspecies of them that, there's species A and species B now, species A might only have 10 individuals compared to the 90 other in species B, so we would actually allocate endangered status to species A, and therefore have a lot more funds for protecting them. So that's kind of a key consideration. The monkeys that are most questioned for multi-species debate in India would be the grey langurs and rhesus macaques. Across the country, visual variants exist for these species, from changing fur color to fur texture. For example, the rhesus macaque in the north in Rishikesh, when I visited, looked so different that I would have called it a different species. They were so large, so fluffy, and I was ready to call them a different species right then and there. For the grey langur, I was more focused though on getting a good photo of them. In India, I also spent 2 weeks rock climbing in a town called Badami. Badam in Badami means almond, and the city is named after the almond-like colored redstone that edges the town. Here you can see a lot of multi-species monkey interactions. There's 2 species, the bonnet macaques and grey langurs. I particularly like Badami as one can actually climb alongside the monkeys as they're climbing up the rocks as well. Just don't leave any bananas out, okay? Just don't do that. Of all the 4 monkeys I've mentioned so far, I've seen all of them IRL before in my previous visits to India and Taiwan. But the second half of the video, I will talk about the different species that are new to my catalog of monkey species Stephanie sightings. So one of the primary reasons I actually left home to come to India was to complete an unfinished quest that I first started in 2023. There's this one monkey species that is arboreal, and therefore, since they are residing mostly at the top of the trees, they are quite elusive and shy to people, except for one troop that has adapted to be semi-terrestrial and adapted to the tea fields in one village. Naturally, as any sensible person would do, I flew to the nearest city, took a 3-hour taxi going along roads that looked like a kid drew on the map with crayon, and arrived at a hill station in the state of Tamil Nadu. And behold, the lion-tailed macaque. The lion-tailed macaque is the most distinct macaque I have ever seen, with the most luscious fur, the most voluminous hair. I would say comparable to Ethan when he has, the really good hair days, now that I think of it. Just beautiful, beautiful hair. And I mean that for both of you, the lion-tailed macaque and Ethan. There are only 2,500 lion-tailed macaques left in the wild, so it was very important that I got to see them before, in case any, bad things. Numbers are reducing because of deforestation, forest fragmentation, and road kill. But here, as you can see, they are totally conquering this village. While I was here, I also hired a auto rickshaw to drive me through the nearby forest and tea fields looking for more wildlife. While taking photographs, I may or may not have slipped, reached out and grabbed my hand on an electric fence and electrocuted myself. But I digress. I saw a new and unexpected species of monkey, which made it all worth it. including the electrocution. This monkey is called the Nilgiri langur. Ethan actually saw this when we were there for our semester at Minerva University in 2023, but I did not have that same luck until now. So I'm very happy I saw them jumping through the trees, munch on the leaves. They're incredible. I love them. You should too. And finally, we are left with our final stop, Pakistan. Don't ask me why I came back to Pakistan for the third time. I can't give you a good answer, but here we are, and I saw my good old Pakistani rhesus macaques. These are a species that also exists in India that I mentioned before, but because they're Pakistani, I added them as their own category again. This time, also, I saw them in the snow. I've never seen monkeys in the snow before. I didn't know that happened here. I thought it was more of a not here kind of thing. So that was really incredible. There is a point on the road that we were driving, also called Bandar Point. Bandar in Urdu means monkey. So this is literally a point where people meet monkeys. It's a common congregation spot where tourists feed the monkeys. I don't condone feeding monkeys. You shouldn't do it. No one should do it. But I did savor seeing them bounce up close. So yeah, that is my monkey journey over the past few months. I hope you enjoyed my little weird rant. I hope you enjoyed the footage. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you didn't, don't blame my brothers. Blame those brothers.